Ladies and gentlemen, there may be a big XRP deliver surprise coming due to the fact we simply got some without a doubt stellar news, no pun supposed, in relation to getting an ETF going for the XRP army. And so there's plenty more going on inside the economic system as nicely. We're going to talk approximately it all in ultra-modern video. I'd also like to offer a quick thank you to Tars.ai for supporting Sponsor Trendy Video. We'll get into that during a bit. But first, let's just talk approximately what the economic system is doing right now, because we just were given a few quite thrilling updates, which I assume you men are going to need to be aware of. Number one, the number of us multifamily housing units below production has fallen with the aid of 19% to just 804,000 in October, which has been the bottom due to the fact that February of 2022. But if we go way lower back at the timeline here, we can see this is beginning to appear as very similarly to what became going on throughout the 2009-ish monetary crisis. Of path, the quantity of housing that became being constructed at the moment changed into very low. We can see multifamily housing devices below construction have now declined for 8 consecutive months, the longest streak in view that 2008. Over the final 50 years, this kind of sharp drop has simplest came about in the course of recessions, except for in 1987. Meanwhile, permanence to build for multifamily housing gadgets had been down 21% in October, signaling greater ache in advance. The housing marketplace is completely freezing. Now, you is probably questioning, what does this all to do with cryptocurrency? And well, it has loads to do with cryptocurrency. The financial system, on the subject of simply the fiat greenback, is absolutely slowing down pretty a bit. People are spending much less, agencies are investing much less, people are pulling out money of markets in the stock marketplace, the smarter investors as a minimum, like Warren Buffett. So a variety of people are basically watching for that. The outlook within the destiny is going to be pretty tough. We don't know how, we don't have a whole lot of monetary reality because of the mismanaged financial system over the path of the last 4 years. And so that is truly something we ought to be seeking to cope with very soon here. We need to get the financial system again to a greater level gambling subject right in this line right here. And so there is going to be a variety of things with a purpose to help with that. But we have got to apprehend where are human beings putting their money if they're taking it out of actual estate investment. And properly, we are going to talk approximately that. We can see prediction markets now see a base case of Bitcoin growing above $150,000 by using the cease of subsequent 12 months. The odds of Bitcoin rising above $150,000 in 2025 had jumped from 13% to 58% in just 2 weeks, in line with Kalishi, and the median expectation is now for Bitcoin to rise to $158,000 in 2025. There's additionally a growing 77% hazard of Bitcoin crossing above $125,000 subsequent 12 months. And prediction markets suppose Bitcoin has a great deal more room to run, men. In brief, what we are beginning to see is lots of buyers, especially from the more youthful generations. We're talking about like the millennials, Gen Z, all those guys. Yeah, they are placing quite a few money into cryptocurrency. In truth, there's a variety of humans now which can be setting money into crypto, which have now not even touched the stock marketplace or the real estate marketplace. And that is something that we have never visible before in records of direction. Crypto is a brand new asset magnificence. However, there has never been a time where a brand new asset elegance that has just been provided to us in the last 12 or so years is consuming up all the new traders' money. Generally, humans go along with the older and more safe options whilst they are starting with investments. However, now we can see an increasing number of human beings are making a bet on the future of cryptocurrency, which is, for my part, an incredibly exciting component and sincerely suggests the ability of those markets, because of course they're competing with a couple of exclusive, multiple trillion marketplace cap markets proper. So we have the inventory marketplace, we have gold and silver, precious metals and real estate, and all of those markets mixed are, of course, in the masses of trillions of dollars in cryptocurrencies, basically announcing, yeah, we're going to take a bit out of each single one of these. And if we preserve on this trajectory that we are on proper now for the subsequent 10 years, properly, there may be going to be a time in which the crypto marketplace is genuinely likely going to be larger than the actual state marketplace. And the purpose for this is it is extra broadly on hand and low cost for everybody. And you can buy anything amount you want. You don't like buying a house is manifestly pretty pricey, and shopping for a REIT is not the high quality funding. So in preference to moving into real estate, human beings are now stepping into cryptocurrency. Speaking of that, MicroStrategy just these days has sold some other $55,000 in Bitcoin worth $5.4 billion. Many human beings right now are concerned, okay, we'd see a few form of correction here, but the number one Bitcoin investor now, Michael Saylor, he is saying, nope, micro approach, we are buying Bitcoin at this charge in which you guys are wondering it's the pinnacle. And we're starting to see that the crypto markets are beginning to get returned to a degree gambling subject again. And properly, if he maintains shopping for this amount at those factors in time, well, there may be no telling what is going to occur here, men. I got to say, he's got billions and billions of dollars right now. He's having a bet on Bitcoin. He's setting the whole thing on Bitcoin. And up to now, it is tested to be an absolute genius approach. His fund is now making billions and billions of dollars with all of this cash he's installing. We also can see Hong Kong, China is on the equal bandwagon. They're pronouncing, okay, we're going to launch crypto buying and selling. One of the most important virtual banks in their complete survey launches crypto trading. Okay, that is massive. I suppose Chinese buyers, they want to get out of real estate right now too, due to the fact, if you guys didn't recognize, the Chinese real property market is likewise absolutely collapsing, similar to the United States real estate marketplace. And so wherein are all of those human beings going to place their money? Well, they're going to put their money in a place where they don't need to believe the government as a way to manipulate the financial system nicely for his or her funding to go up. And so I am predicting that the Chinese economic system is going to make certainly one of the most important shifts it has ever made from real estate. That's their number one asset class with the aid of the way, which isn't always the case in the US. The US is absolutely shares, and they're going to be going ahead and just putting all of this into crypto buying and selling. So it truly is going to be a genuinely thrilling time for all people right here. And I got to say, I suppose that this will be one of the catalysts we've been waiting for. Now that during mine, I want to convey a short word from ultra-modern sponsor before we get into the fantastic XRP news. With that being stated, that is a project I've been speaking about for quite a while. It is Tars.ai. That's a symbiotic AI app environment that's assisting the Solana surroundings you recognize. That is like, in my view, very much like Render. However, that is of root, only a Solana blockchain, and is far sponsored with the aid of the Solana Foundation. I got into this challenge very early, and I honestly, genuinely loved it. And now I'm working with their crew, and I were given to mention. I'm genuinely excited for the future of what they may be going to be bringing here, guys. If you do want to get publicity to the Solana chain and the improvement side of it, and of direction, you furthermore may need to be stepping into the AI narrative. There's no better place, in my private opinion, than Tars AI. So I'll go away a hyperlink down under so that you guys can get a part of their ecosystem, begin staking your tokens. And that being stated, allows getting into the XRP news, because there may be a few sincerely amazing stuff going on proper now, guys. Number one, the new worldwide ETF provider, Wisdom Tree Funds, has formally registered in the Kingdom of Delaware for an XRP ETF. And of direction, that is a legitimate submitting, 100% confirmed. And just so you men understand, Wisdom Tree has over $100 billion in property underneath management as of right now. So if they're the primary to get authorized for an XRP ETF, and all of the other big hedge finances see, okay, those guys have become a number of extent through this ETF. There's no telling what is going to happen in the crypto markets, guys. I mean, we all saw what took place with Bitcoin, and I got to say, I suppose that is going to be what's going to single-handedly cause this deliver shock I turned into mentioning in advance. I suppose this alone ought to help us see for the first time ever in records hundreds of billions of greenbacks flow into XRP in a completely quick 12-month time frame. Okay, we're talking about doubtlessly even inside the trillions in an incredibly bullish case state of affairs, because it'll begin with a person like Wisdom Tree that we're seeing right here. Then it is going to be just like the Black Rocks and the Grayscales of the world, who will all get it authorized as nicely. And then we're off to the races, man. I suggest it's miles clear.